Northsiders, and I hope you're having a very, very happy Friday. A very happy birthday to Mr. Mitchell, also known as Captain COVID, on his very special day today. And thank you all for participating and singing to him so beautifully this morning. I could hear happy birthday ricocheting around the school, and I'm sure it added to his very special day. So thank you very much indeed, everyone. I'm sure you've seen him rushing around in his new Captain COVID outfit that we bought him for his birthday, looking very professional. Well done, Mr. Mitchell. I hope you wear that for the rest of the weekend. The things we do at Northside, right? Okay, we are only 1 week away from the end of term. Can you believe it already? And I just want to say to you today that I believe strongly that you have done such a wonderful job of being sensible, responsible and mature students, all of you. Well done. It's a pretty hectic time currently, and you might just be feeling a little fed up or irritated with things at the moment. So might your parents. We're all in this together, and I think sometimes it can be a little bit overwhelming. I'm going to introduce you to a new poem that I only found yesterday called A Brief Guide to Navigating Too Muchery. Because sometimes we all feel that things are a little too muchery. So I want you to sit back and enjoy this poem by Brad Montague, and I hope you enjoy it as much as I do.
Brief guide for navigating too muchery.
Some days life can be challenging.
Seems too much and hurry.
Sometimes you must declare it's all too muchery.
Too much to process, too much to see,
Too much to handle, too much cat pee.
I don't even own a cat.
When you look at life and too muchery abounds,
Pause. Listen to your breath and the way that sounds.
reach out to people. All the friends you can think of.
Because
Absurd times calls for absurd amounts of love. So remember, dear friend,
there's no need to worry
together we are more than enough.
for all the too muchery.
Okay, the cat pee bit was a bit funny. I love this poem and thought that the most important bit for all of us to remember is reach out to people, all the friends you can think of. Absurd times call for absurd amounts of love. I think this is something that we're really, really spectacular at here at Northside. And I think you need to remember this bit too. So remember, dear friends, there's no need to worry. Together we are more than enough for all this too muchery. So let's just remember that we're all in this together. And I want you to also be reminded to reach out and talk to any of us teachers if you just need a little bit of reassurance, or you just need to share how you feel or anything you're worried about, because that's what we're here for as well, to look after you guys, all right? Okay, so there is in the States a poetry month, which is the month of April. I love poetry. I could spend hours reading poetry. So we're going to carry on with the poem theme in this assembly. And I came across by the same poet, Brad Montague, a story about a bird. And I would like you to sit back and relax and listen to it before you begin your weekends. And when you listen to it, I'd like you to think about our mission statement and our philosophy as a school, what we really believe in. We know that one of the most important things is to look after each other and one another and our peers and anybody that needs us. We need to be caring and supportive of everyone around us. And another thing that we love at Northside, and we're so lucky with 36 different nationalities, that we need to embrace and celebrate our diversity and how amazing it is to be from such a wonderful, diverse environment, and how wonderful it is that we're all unique in our own special way. I think we're really creative and courageous because we're not afraid to show some of the things that we invent or create ourselves. And we've got different ways of showing these parts of our character, our creative sides. We've got all different. I watch in the playground how many of you do different things and what you get up to in the classroom that gives you the opportunity to represent your creative side. I'm going to hand over to this poet. He's comes across as a very nice man who knows children well, and I thoroughly enjoy listening to him. And I just want to end with, before I wish you a happy weekend, that you need to remember that you all have a song in you that someone wants to hear and that we all want to hear. So just remember that when you next want to share something in the classroom and might feel a little bit shy or a bit awkward or worry that people aren't going to get you. all right? Because we're all in an environment where you must always feel safe and ready to express yourself and never be afraid to be courageous and creative. So sit back, relax, and enjoy this poem, and I wish you all a super weekend, and I can't wait to see what creative things you have up your sleeve for next week. Bye-bye all. Have a lovely weekend.
Hi.
Enjoy.
My name is Brad, and I wrote a story for us. And it's called The Songs Birds Sing. It's kind of scrappy, the drawings are messy, but it's just something I felt like I needed to get out into the world. Maybe somebody else needed a pep talk too. All the birds sing beautiful songs. It's what they were made to do. But every now and then, like us, even birds forget that too. Meet this little bird named Rodney. He's quiet as can be. He has so many songs to sing, but he's just hiding in his tree. He listens as the other birds, with their voices fill the air, wishing he could also sing like them without a care. One day a squirrel, who was Rodney's friend, climbed up and asked him, "Why? You stay in your nest and seem so blue. Bird friend, what makes you so shy?" Rodney the bird lowered his head and softly began to cry. He said, "It's time I told you, here goes. You're my friend, I have no reason to lie. All the other birds sing with such ease, like Claire, Cardinal, James. But I could never sing my song. You see, it just doesn't sound the same. I'm really into hip-hop, laying down sick beats." The squirrel looked a bit confused. Rodney said, "Here, let me show you what I mean." So Rodney the bird pulled out his microphone and hit play on his tape machine, then began to put on a show like nothing squirrel had ever seen. Rhymes that filled and shook the branches and lit up the tree that day, the sound of which all the other birds simply couldn't look away. "What is Rodney doing?" said one bird. Others asked, "Is something wrong? I'm not sure what I'm hearing, but I don't think it's called a song. Did he just sing a piece from Cardinal mixed with a piece directly from Claire? I think it's called a remix," said one bird. The birds had never thought to share. Some of the birds were upset. Some left and yelled nasty tweets. But many of them hung around to hear even more of these strange new beats. Rodney hadn't realized how far his sound had spread. For all these years, he's had these songs locked up inside his head. Now all around him, birds were dancing as far as his eyes could see. That's what happens when you're brave enough to sing what you were made to sing. So sing on, little birds. Sing right now, the songs that must be sung. The world needs your new, different music. Dear birds, you're the ones. Don't keep your songs locked away, for fear other birds you might annoy. The world's in need of brave birds who say they'll bravely sing with joy.